and welcome back to another Tech Minds video. Now in this video we're going to take a brief look at the VGC VERO VR-UV4, which is advertised as a quad band radio. Now, the reason for a quad band status is that it supports 136 to 174 MHz, 220 to 260 MHz, 330 to 390 and 400 to 520 MHz. That's both receive and transmit. However, for the ham radio market, we're really looking at a tri-band model if you're in the US. If you're in the UK, then it's pretty much a dual band for usable frequencies. So for the US, it would support 2 meters, 1.25 meters, and of course 70 centimeters. But in the UK, it'll be 2 and 70. Oh, and if you wanted, you could program it for PMR on 446, but it would be illegal to transmit there, even though it's capable. In the box, we find the radio itself, a rechargeable battery, and a USB cable. What's surprising is that you get 2 antennas in the box. One antenna supports 136 to 174 and 400 to 480 MHz, so that's a dual band antenna. The other antenna looks like it supports 245 MHz and then 400 to 480. Also in the box, we find a lanyard and a regular looking belt clip. The battery is a 7.4 volt 2600 mAh rechargeable light iron battery according to its specs. Now, the label on the back of the radio also states that its RF output power is a whopping 8 watts. Well, we'll test this out later in the video and see exactly how much output there is on each band. Now, the radio itself does have an impressive solid and professional feel with 2 function buttons and a PTT down the left side. On the top, we find the power, volume control with a status LED, antenna connection and an orange coloured button. The right hand side, we find a screw fitted accessory plate, and once removed it exposes a speaker mic connection, which can also be used as a data port to program the radio using the free Windows programming tool. More about that a bit later on. Now, the little accessory plate does have a rubber sill, and that's because this radio is IP68 rated, also the specs say. This means it's dustproof and waterproof up to a depth of 1.5 meters for up to 30 minutes. Now for me, that is a pretty good selling point. There's so many dual band handhelds on the market these days, you only need to browse through Amazon, eBay, Banggood or AliExpress and get kerfuffled over which one to choose. Now, not that I plan on using this radio outside, but having a dual band handheld which is waterproof does make sense, especially if it costs a pretty penny. Of course, with the side cover off, the IP68 rating goes pretty much out of the window. Now, you may have noticed there was no charger included in the box. It seems most manufacturers are now providing a USB charging method instead of the old school docking station. This brings radios into the future, with being able to charge the battery pretty much anywhere as long as you have a USB-C cable with you. In fact, the charging port for this radio is directly on the battery itself. So if you have more than one battery, you can charge it while using another. Now, when you first turn the radio on, you'll be pleasantly greeted with the current battery voltage and an illuminated keypad, which in my opinion looks really good. Oh, you can also change the startup message to an image. I'll show you that shortly. The keys have a nice solid feel and key depressions can really be felt. The display has a 4-line format with the top line showing status information such as battery level and whether or not you're on high power or have the tone squelch enabled. Now below this there are 3 lines which will either show a frequency or a pre-programmed alphanumeric from a selected memory. Now changing between VFO and memory mode is easily performed by holding the exit button. Changing between the 3 VFOs on the screen, you just hold the menu button until it moves the arrow. The up and down arrow keys are used to either change frequency when in VFO mode or change the channel memory when in memory mode. Direct frequency entry is also possible using the numeric keypad. An FM broadcast band is also supplied, so you'll never miss your Radio 2 fix while out portable. Now this seems to be quite a common feature on handheld radios of this type.
She'll be back next Saturday. So we're on his own, me and the 2 boys. One's gone up to Whitby for the night. He's gone for the night out with his friend who lives up there. And yeah, my lad's upstairs on his computer, so we're going to go out and have some food.
The audio from the internal speaker is very loud and very punchy. In this example, I was using my All-Star node and connected to HubNet UK. To program the radio, you will need a USB cable. Mine didn't come with it, so you will need to order it separately. Or if you have one of those multi-radio supporting cables, you can use one of those. Now the UV4 has its own dedicated software and is a free download from the VGC website. Currently, it only runs on Windows, so no Linux or Mac support. Now once installed, you only need to select the connected COM port, which you can find from your device manager. Reading back the memories, editing them, and then re-downloading back to the radio is a fairly quick and painless process, something that we've seen before on other software. There is a feature page where you can change how the radio operates, such as the starting squelch level, beeps, and other normal features. Uploading a startup image to the radio is also quick and simple. You just need to make sure you have the correct size image for the radio's display. Oh, and don't forget to change the feature setting to display the image instead of the battery voltage. So onto the RF power output. Here we can see an output of around 7 watts at 145.500, a power output of around 5.5 watts at 220 MHz, and at 433 MHz we see a power output of just over 4 watts. We also see a power output of just over 4 watts on PMR at 446 MHz. Now I hadn't charged the battery when I performed this test, so this is how the radio arrived. Now the audio quality from the internal mic is not too bad either. Here's an example of me using the parrot feature on my All-Star node.
This is M0 DQW testing, Mike 0 Delta Quebec Whiskey testing audio 12345. This is M0 DQW, Mike 0 Delta Quebec Whiskey testing audio 12345, over.
Playback.
This is M0 DQW, Mike 0 Delta Quebec Whiskey testing audio 12345, over.
Well, there we go, guys. That's an overview of the VGC VR-UV4. Let me know what you think about this handheld down in the comments below, or if you own one of these, then let me know. Also, if you have a clone of this or a radio that looks extremely similar, I'll be interested to know what model it is. I'm understanding that this is a unique product to VGC, but I may be wrong. A massive thank you to my Patreons and my YouTube members, along with my subscribers who help to make this channel possible. Until the next video, take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.